God is love, and He created us from love.
And in relation to, grasping this ability to lead from the heart rather than from the mind, or learn about how do you connect to your soul, give that out to the world. I'm not sure if you know of a mystic called Sage Guru.
Of
For me,
course.
yeah, I
That's
love him. Oh,
one of
he's
my
so
favorites.
witty
Yeah.
and so wise, witty and wise. I love these people. But recently I had this thought myself of, oh my God, I've learned so much personal development from the Western world. I need to go east and balance the world in myself, But my mother put me onto him like a couple of years ago, Sage Guru, and I just find him so interesting. But he spoke about, which I'd never heard of, schools in India that he founded or helped set up, where from maybe age 12, 18, children are entered into the school and they learned all about the engineering of your body before you learn
Hmm.
about how to engineer the outer world. And he speaks on how we're incredible at engineering our external world, like build skyscrapers, bridges, like all the technology. Do we know the functioning of our mind, our heart, our soul?
Yeah.
And they focus on that before they add anything else into the minds of children. And I'd never heard that concept before. I think it's incredible. And it sounds like maybe it's the work that you're up to with the spiritual camp, the life and spiritual camp. So what would your thoughts be on education for young people in that regard?
Connect with their hearts as soon as possible, understand the mechanics, and you are talking about the technologies of the body, because we understand so much about mind, and this has been the whole focus of the planet of humanity for the last thousands of years, right? Developing the mind, and obviously it helped a lot. All our world is mind built, right? Through technology, to evolution of buildings and everything, right? And now we're going to artificial intelligence and even more, and it's a mind-based evolution, let's say. But what I see the danger is that if we don't focus on opening our hearts, on empathy, right, on caring, on the love, actually, because when you have your heart open, you feel love. Love is the secret sauce that unites everything, right? Because love is God. God is love, and He created us from love. So I guess to a young, I have my actually, I will tell you practically. I have two nieces. One it's 8, one it's 11, and I have a nephew who's 5 years old. And we're all starting having this conversation, right, about the heart and being open and just being aware. Because I guess it's about awareness, right? Being more present, more aware. One of them. She came to me. A few months ago, and her parents were having a strong discussion. They had a fight, and she came to me, and the middle one, Sarah, and she was asking me like, what do I do in this situation? Because look, my mom is telling me something and my dad is telling me something else, and I'm so confused. And imagine she's 8 years old, right? And I don't know who to believe anymore. And I just said, my beauty, my beautiful soul, just listen to your heart. What does your heart tell you? Well, my heart tells me that they're just both angry at each other and they're having this conversation. And I was amazed, like, wow, well done. So don't get into all this negative, don't get into all this drama. Just listen to your heart all the time. What is your intuition telling you to do? So I guess to finalize the question is just cultivate whatever is opening your heart. Maybe spending time in nature, maybe listening to music, your favorite music, maybe just spending time with someone that you feel when you are in the presence of that soul. Your heart is just opening. So it's the simple things. It doesn't have to be complicated. And then actually, it's also a lot of meditation techniques that we're using also in these camps. I mean, it's for example, we have a journey, and it's the love meditation, and it's truly a journey. Because I was asking myself the question, why don't people feel love? What is the essence? What's going on? And then I realized that it's all this trauma that we're carrying, right? And all the life experiences. So we're having this journey from childhood to re-identify our connection with love. Because, for example, some people believe they have never been loved by their parents. And then because the mind created the protection, right? And it's almost like closing your whole memory system. So then when you go in this meditation, in this trance, and you have the ability to connect with your higher source, right? Your soul, your essence, your consciousness, then you go back in time and you realize, wait, there was love there. I just didn't interpret it at the right time and I couldn't see it. So we take this whole love meditation, this whole journey, and we basically like re, not re, in a way reprogram our experiences, but in the same time is about seeing our life from a different perception, because this is the whole point of growth, right? Okay, I had this trauma and I had this happening here and this happening here, but now I'm an adult human being. I cannot let my life be governed by the past. So then I go in the past, but from a different perception, and I see things differently. Why did this really happen? What was the true purpose of it, the true meaning of it? Because one experience might have seemed negative in a certain stage of life, but actually, if you move back in time and you connect the dots, you realize that it was the most beautiful blessing. Just giving you an example, when I was 15, my dad passed away, and he was my mentor, my best friend, just such a beautiful soul, spreading light all around him. And obviously, at that stage of life, was a huge trauma, right? I suffered, and it was an event that impacted my life profoundly at that stage. But then later on, I realized that that event opened my heart even more. And because he was this beautiful human being, just caring about everyone, obviously his presence had an effect on me. And when that effect was taken from his physical presence, I went more into his spiritual presence, right? Into his energy, how he lived his life. So that unfortunate event uh, became my biggest blessing in a way, right? It just, maybe we wouldn't be here if that wouldn't happen in my life. So that's why I'm saying, when you go back in past, from a different level of perception, you truly try to connect with the laws of the universe and get your lessons. And that's when you produce this healing. So in this love meditation, we just have this journey from child, from the earliest memories until today, and we just reconnect to love. And when you reconnect to love, the heart just opens up naturally. That's the effect of love.